Hey everyone, Rob and Michael here at Lake Michigan Angler, and we just wanted to announce some big news.
Yes, super excited, guys, and we're going to share this with you right now in this special video on the podcast here. But we are going to be presenting a new tournament here for our area. It's going to be called the Big Pond Brawl. This is a whole idea and concept that Rob and I really, and we'll cover the story here, how this even came to fruition here. But this is something that we thought about and we've been discussing, and we've got all the things in motion right now to do this. The whole idea here is we thought that we wanted to, or rather, as we look across the lake and we see how flushed out and how robust the tournament trail is on the Michigan side, and we thought about, hey, how can we add to what's already on our side and contribute and help to grow it. And so that was kind of like how we ended up here. I mean, the real story was when Dan Keating was here for his seminar, and I said, Rob, I was like, how big or how important would tournaments be to our area, our fishery, even to the shop? And you told me the one specific story when back in the day when some of the stuff was happening.
Yeah, when there was a tournament weekend back in the day, the store was packed, the gas stations were packed. I mean, there would be 40 people in here at a time. You knew when it was a tournament weekend all over town, and any town that had a tournament, you knew. It's not quite like that anymore. We're going to see if we can bring it back.
Yeah, that's the goal. And before I share some of this information about it, because I'm sure many of you are like, okay, I want to hear more about this. What's the numbers? What's the prize money? All these, I know. I want to preface everything I'm about to share with you and say that this is working information. It's a bit of work in progress. Nothing is finalized just yet, but I can share some of the core ideas in the direction, generally speaking, what we're looking at doing here. So keep that in mind. We're definitely going to be looking for feedback and initial thoughts, so feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm sure many of you will be pretty vocal about this, so we're looking forward and just be as constructive as you can. And again, this is new ground for us. I've never done this before. You have experience more but on the kayak side of tournaments, but this is something that we've worked with a couple other anglers that have experience running tournaments. Nick and Ron, who are also part of the salmon fishing community, fish out of on the Illinois side and part of SU Illinois, and they've been part of the walleye side of things, are running tournaments on the chain and accomplished walleye tournament anglers themselves, very well accomplished. So they've been working with us on the kind of like the rule set and how we're going to do this. One thing that's important for Rob and I in this concept of doing this is that we want to make this accessible. We want this to be something that that has a small boat and you have your buddy, that you guys can get on board and jump in and have a legit shot at winning. We want to really make this just accessible as possible for as many people as possible to get their toes wet. We like the idea of starting this first one off, that it's a very low commitment. It's just a first one. It's for us, it's our first trial and first run. And for people, they don't have to commit to like this multiple series, all that stuff. Although we do have our intent going in is to build this, right? The whole idea is crawl, walk, run. This year, we're just going to crawl, give it a shot, work things out, and then hopefully going forward, we'll add to it so we can turn it into a series thing and make it into something where you can compete for individual or you can enter for the whole series. So you have options. We want to really make it as big and accessible as possible. So that's the concept for this idea for the Big Pond Brawl. So another aspect of this, when we talk about accessibility, is that we are in a unique position where we're a border state, right? We got Illinois, Northern Illinois, Southern Wisconsin. So first, this is going to be a 4-port, I won't say challenge, but a 4-port open, where anywhere from Waukegan to Racine, if you fish out of any one of those 4 ports, you can participate in this. So boom, there's that, right? We want to broaden this as much as possible. You can fish out of any one of those 4 ports. We are looking at a currently $2K first prize, and we're going to look to do a payout at about 20% of the field. This is not final. We're still working on other aspects of finalizing that, and of course sponsorships and all that stuff, which will add to it. But so that's what we're working with to start all of this. Pretty simple rules. Again, we want to keep it as simple and accessible as possible. It's a 5-fish limit. So again, whether you're in a big boat or in a small boat, it makes it fair and even for everyone to have a chance to get in here and win it all, right? 5 fish, 2 of which can be Lakers. It's going to be pure weight based.
Yep.
Straightforward. We're just going to make it very simple and easy to understand. And in the event that there's a tie, it'd be a split pot. Again, very simple, very clear on a lot of this. Now, this is where it's going to get interesting, and I'm sure this is where the part where we're going to get like questions. What we want to do with this tournament is make it into an actual production. What does that mean? Well, after you're done fishing, and the times are going to run, we have here 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're going to have the weigh-in here at Lake Michigan Angler. It's going to be from 1 to 3. And as long as you're here by 3, weighing your fish, not a problem. Why are we doing this? Well, our belief here is that we want to make this an entire production that people have access to that can't make it here at home. That means we're going to be doing a live weigh-in stream. That means that the top 3 boats that place, we're going to pull them back here, do interviews so we can record that, get that content out to you guys so you can hear from these boats that won, what they did. And the whole idea here is to start to take these tournaments and get that out into the digital realm where we all know it's so important. And we also think that as we utilize the social and the media components to put it out there, live stream, broadcast, we put together, we'll probably be on one of the boats for that and record the experience off the boat. Like there's a whole content plan around this tournament that we want to take that. And what helps with doing this that we don't see very much at all, if anywhere, and it's no disrespect to anybody or anything like that, but there's not a real social content around any of the existing tournaments. And so a lot of people are unaware that a lot of these things are even happening in most areas of the lake. We want to capitalize on that and use that to get sponsors, right? It's going to be, the idea here is that it'll make it a better pitch to them to say, hey, listen, not only are you going to support this, but we're going to have you on all these platforms, all these impressions, because people are going to view the content and see the stories that are happening throughout this thing. And we're going to really do our best to leverage that so that we can get more sponsor dollars. So, our goal is we want to have a really robust prize pool. I mean, that's the idea. Our belief system is if the money's there, people are going to want to participate. And we want to be able to put together something that is going to be like, oh man, I want to join this. There's a good amount of money up for grabs. And so that is a big reason why we're going with that weigh-in system here. We can control the quality of the content. You guys see the content quality here in our videos and the podcast and so on and so forth. We can control that. It gives us the opportunity to capture all of that. People want to see these weigh-ins. So now that if they couldn't make it out, they can just pop in and watch all of you guys bringing in these donkey, kings and big old Lakers, and they get to experience it. So we think that this is unique. It's different. It's not, what everybody's accustomed to, where you just go out, come back to the dock, weigh your fish, and call it a day. We really want to make this a production and really bring the tournament to the digital realm, and so people can see all of this and utilize that for building up what we're doing here. So that's the idea here. Live broadcast. It's going to help promote future events that we're going to do. Again, makes it more accessible for people to watch and participate in that way. We just want to help, and we know we've got SU Wisconsin, SU Illinois, who are supportive of this move. We've consulted with them. We want to make sure that there's very little, if any, conflict with what they got going on, and so we're really excited that they're positive about all this, and it's going to be something that just helps everyone together. You know? And so that's what we wanted to share in this video. It's not going to be super long, but we are working on it. We can share a date as well. and we are going to touch on this because it does land on one of the SU Wisconsin's jackpots. So we are doing this on June 10th.
Yep, and we're working with SU Wisconsin so that you can fish both tournaments.
Yeah, so if you are fishing it, if you're a racing guy, boat, and you're fishing the jackpot, we set our times to coincide with that. And one thing for you guys is once you let your tournament folks know that you're participating in our tournament on that day as well, they're going to get you guys to weigh in quicker, like ahead of the line, so they can get you out. So then you're able to come down here and weigh in your fish here within a reasonable time. I think 2 hours or so is plenty of time to get down here and do all of that. I'm sure there's gonna be many questions that you guys have. Feel free to leave them down below because we do want to address questions and clarify things. This is a very general video about announcement video. We do plan to make a frequently asked question video, maybe addressing things that we're seeing, some initial feedback, thoughts. I'm sure a lot of it's going to be around the logistics of coming here. We do have a plan for that, and coming in the lot, walk through the back door into where we have our seminar room, and walk out the other way. So we have a real nice, sweet plan. Is it perfect? Perhaps not. It's going to be our first run of everything. But the idea here is that if you guys support the event that we're supporting, it helps to build it up. We're supporting you, and it can build it up into something going on to year 2 and all that stuff. Again, we really want to see something become a series going forward. So that's what we wanted to share with this video. Again, let us know what you think down below. Rob, any other thoughts about this?
I'm just looking forward to seeing everybody's big fish.
Yeah. So June 10th, we'll have more information coming out more soon, especially when it comes to the final pricing and the entry fees and all of that. We'll get that out to you in the near future. Right now, we're working on the back end to get not the fun stuff, the permits and all that stuff. But so there it is. That's the announcement, and hopefully you guys are excited. Thank you guys for watching, and thank you as always for supporting us here, and we'll talk to you guys soon.